But I thought we would also get an idea of the fishermen being given fishing nets. You see, when you give the farmers seedlings, it is also important that you do not leave out the fishermen and women. I implore government to give the fishermen fishing gears, like the fishing nets, and also maybe reduce on the subsidize on the taxes on the fishing gears, like the engines that they use, because an engine now, Mr. Speaker, of 15 horsepower is about 9-10 million Uganda shillings one. And fishing nets are very expensive. That is why actually we go into illegal fishing, because the legal fishing methods brought into the country are cheaper than those that are legal. So if we could also implore government to ensure that the fishermen in Uganda are also considered, apart from the fishery fund that we are advocating for, also give them free fishing nets to ensure that also the fishermen are enjoying their life in the country. Thank you so much, and thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Minister, for your statement. I want to first of all congratulate the people of Kalangala and you, Honorable Minister, for allowing the people of Kalangala to access electricity, being connected to the national grid, and thank you very much. Unfortunately, we were using solar power, and we had electricity from morning to morning. But with this connection, it is very disturbing. We do not have power. It is on and off. The power supply is on and off, and it is a disturbance to the people of Kalangala, and especially the business community. Mr. Speaker, we are connected to the line from Villa Maria, which goes through Bukakata, the marine cable to Kalangala. This one is very congested, and we, through the Kalangala Infrastructure Services, request that we get a dedicated line for Kalangala. I request, it's my humble request. Thank you so much for noting that down.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, another is about the tariff. When we got connected to the main grid, Mr. Speaker, I thought the prices were going to lower. I thought the tariffs were going to be lower than what we were using before. But as we speak, it is 1,265.5 a unit, which is very, very high for my people. Madam Minister, please try as much as possible to see that my people also enjoy like the ones. It is very high. Yeah, it is actually higher, yes. And finally, Mr. Speaker, in Kalangala district, where we have gotten the marine cable, the consumption tariff is higher, commercial consumption tariff is higher than the domestic. But on the main grid, the people in Kampala and this side, the commercial consumption is lower, because the government has, I think, subsidized for the business community, because we get revenue out of all the businesses. But in Kalangala, it is the reverse. We would request government to ensure that the people of Kalangala in the business community also enjoy this. And also finally, I want to commend the committee for such a wonderful report, especially to the hard-to-reach areas. We feel represented very well. The Honorable Chair, thank you for listening to our cry, especially, Mr. Speaker, the issue of ambulances that were not fueled. We were not given fuel in the ND4, but now that you have brought it out, we are grateful, and we are hopeful that this fuel is going to come to us, not only in words, Mr. Speaker, but in action. On page, Mr. Speaker, on 29th March 2025, I wanted to give you why we are saying we are happy that we are going to get fuel. There is a lady who was coming from Banda Island. She was going to give birth, but she gave birth in the middle of the lake and in a very ugly boat. So when we have these ambulances functional and very well fueled, we are going to be happy and honored to get them. Mr. Speaker, secondly, on page 21, you gave a recommendation that the committee recommends that the ministry should allocate specific time and days when the boat ambulances should move so that the public is aware of the schedule. Mr. Speaker, a health condition cannot be allocated time. You cannot tell somebody to get sick tomorrow. So why, I don't agree with the committee on this recommendation, because say for example in the islands, you cannot tell somebody to get sick and the ambulance moves or doesn't move. The ambulance must be stationed somewhere ready to move at any time. Yeah? Because if, for example, somebody gets COVID-19 and they have the signs, you mean you're going to wait for Sunday and it is a Monday? So I believe, or I think, Mr. Speaker, this recommendation should be removed from the committee report because it doesn't really make sense for me as a member of parliament from the hard-to-reach areas. I thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, my colleague, for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, like he said, I agree. Then also, I also request government to maybe, if it is okay, to reduce on the price of the life jackets. Because, Mr. Speaker, Kalangala and these other islands, when it comes to the health sector, they say Kalangala district has the highest prevalence of HIV, and we're at 18%, bigger than that of the entire country, and we're given free condoms. If the government can give us free condoms, they can also give us free life jackets. Because you cannot say you're protecting the lower part and you're not going to protect the upper part. Because life jackets are worn up and they also save lives. So if condoms save lives, the government should also consider giving us free life jackets, or at least reduce on the taxes on the life jackets. Mr. Speaker, for your information, and the August House, a very good life jacket costs, I think, 100,000 shillings. A good one. But with the army on the lake, Mr. Speaker, our people have been impoverished and they cannot access or they cannot buy these life jackets. If government can at least also protect the upper part by giving us a life jacket, we shall be very much gratified. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. I also wanted to give him information, Mr. Speaker, that when we ask our fishermen who exactly they think is doing this, some of them tell us it is the men in uniform. They have, like you said, they have the big engines, they have the fuel, they have those big boats, but they're always clad in army uniform, Mr. Speaker, army uniform, and they also have guns and machetes. So, yes. So we would want the minister to explain to us the UPDF uniform. Yes, and also police uniform, Mr. Speaker. It is happening between Mazinga sub-county, Bobeke, Chamuswa, and Bufumira. All these islands in Sese or Kalangala. Mr. Speaker, we all know that we have the UPDF on the lake to guard or man the lake in the fishing sector. If they can have guns to man the lake or the fish, why not secure the people who actually make money to pay them? Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. And also, Mr. Speaker, I wanted to add my voice, especially to the issue of the artists. When you look at the money that government gets annually, it is 75 billion. But when you look at when we get down to the calculations, the aggregators get 583 billion 200. Mr. Speaker, like my colleague Honorable Chiaga stated, the artists are being robbed of during daylight. They're being exploited. Why? Because MTN or Airtel, they put about very, very many costs, very many taxes that have not been explained to us, to the committee. The aggregators, we are made to believe are the MTN and Airtel themselves, or those communication companies. But they purport to say these aggregators come from outside. And now we want to see if government has the spirit to help the artists from these robbers, Mr. Speaker. Because it even takes a bigger share. The person who has come up to do their creative art is left behind. Mr. Speaker, just a little more time. Mr. Speaker, there are very many brokers. There is also an issue whereby they say an artist is registered to a certain record label. When they leave that record label, this company, the telecom company, is going to continue liaising with the record label. When they leave, they are not even assisted. They don't get this money. So, Mr. Speaker, government should speed up this bill for the musicians to earn from their sweat. Thank you.
Well, I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn. Yeah, I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn. Ain't no place gonna hold me when the road keep rolling on. Left my baby crying, said you can't live that way. Left my baby crying, said you can't live that way. I told her love ain't chained down, it just comes and drifts away. Yeah. The sun in the distance looked like a burning coin. Saw the sun in the distance looked like a burning coin. Lord, I don't need no preacher, just that dust roll to join. Tell my woman I'm gone, and I ain't coming back. Well, I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn. Yeah, I saddled up my shoes, headed Ain't no place gonna hold me when the road keep rolling on. Left my baby crying, said you can't live that way. Left my baby crying, said she can't live that way. I told her love ain't chained down, it just comes and drifts away. Yeah.